your glory. Hey. From the struggle to the victory. Your voice could change your history. It's less about the car. It's more of who you are. It's less about the car. It's more of who you are. One car, many stories. Many lives, many glories. For the love of God, Uganda, changing lives across the border. Many stories, your moment, your story. Speak your truth and take your chance. This could be a winning dance. Single mother praying late at night. Student chasing every little light. Brother trying hard to feed the home. Still strong though he walks alone. Every star that I give for me. Every soul still believes in dreaming. Hey. No matter where you come from. Good morning. It's less about the car. It's more of who you are. Now I'm going to taxi. It's less about the car. It's more of who you are. Good morning once again, guys. Mwasuze mutya kandude mugu kagoka. One more time, only. For the love of God, Uganda. One dream, one key, one life, changing Mama walking every morning. And guys, today I'm going to use this shortcut. Okay, it's not really a shortcut, it's a long cut, but it has no traffic. And I want you guys to tell me whether it's faster than when we go straight. Yeah, you guys are going to tell me whether it is faster than when we stay on the road. Yeah, when we stay on the main road. I'm going to get off the road. But good morning, mwasuze mutya luyimba katulude mugu kagoka onzije tunyumye. For the love of God, Uganda. One dream, one key, one life, changing more. Mama walking every morning in the rain. The young teen carrying all the pain. Daddy working overtime today, believing for a brighter day. Tell us your story. Let the people feel your glory. could be your weakness. It's about the car. It's more of who you are. It's less about the car. It's more of who you are. Good you doing today? Consider you guys are doing well today. Now, I have two inspection stories to share, and they have something in common. Yeah, these inspection stories, I was called to inspect one car at each of them. One is a Subaru Forester 2016 model. Yeah, that was a 2016 model, and then the other is a 2012 Nissan Juke. The Forester person did not engage me at any one point until they called me to inspect. Now, the person that bought the Forester is not the person that called me to inspect. The person that called me to inspect is the friend of the person that bought the car. So the friend of the person that bought the car is the one that took this person to buy the car from this place, and I think they just said, you know what, let's verify before we pay. So I went and inspected. With the Nissan Juke, it was bought by someone that actually engaged me for some time. It was a lady, and she engaged me like a week before she bought that car. And when she engaged me, she actually paid booking fee, and she booked a day. I'm not sure if that is the day, but that's the day she booked. And what happened is she kept asking me, how much are the Nissan Jukes? Everywhere I called, the Nissan Juke was either 38 or 42 million shillings. Some people were selling it 43 million, the same model. And she got an option of 30. Initially it was 34 million shillings, and I said I can't get anything cheaper than that. And until she said, you know what, let's inspect this car. So it was only one Nissan Juke in that price range, only one. The Forester, I inspected it yesterday. They called me like, can you come now? I was in Nakao, I was doing something there. So I said, let me come. I looked at it. If you guys have read the inspection report of the Forester yesterday, sinababuza. Ebinya binonga tebivugikanga bobuza abantu. Tebivugika kansoke mbabuzeeko. How are you? Muyombya Mark Ngabulijjo Yasose Martin Sentongo Lawrence Omule Zas David Clergy Chambade Hannington VIP Jones Info Opong Solomon Aijuka Blair VIP Okecho Richard Okema Mugenyi Simon Peter Nampi Jajolie Kasivante Akiram Mwanguzi David Innocent Mugabi Juma Ali Mutumba Pade Morand Kemomo VIP Douglas Sironda Bennett Musafiri Chairman Zach Chairman Wabakamoli Karota Uganda Nick Wabuishanko gives Basic Chris VIP Iran Nissan buyer what was a woman Lucky Mose Major Pin Mpanga Godfrey Abingwa Hebron Emmanuel. No, I did not actually. I normally start later than this sometimes, especially when I have to drop my kids. But so Kastamba Vozi Zako. So let's proceed. Well, the Forester was already I think Baba Deba Maze Kutesa. So I went and looked at it, I test drove it and it was okay. Everything checked out. Like the report says, only the boot and the horn were not working, and they agreed Bagenda Biba Kolina. So that was quick. I like inspections like that, because with inspections, if you guys like identify your own cars, I can actually even do 7 inspections a day, and that's a good thing for me. If I have to look for a car with you, that's where the hard work is. Now, of course, someone is going to say, Kati Arthur, if I look for my own cars, why don't you deduct? The work is the same. Akokuno nyemoro kanawe is a bonus. It's something I do because I enjoy what I do. You get, otherwise I would just say for the Moroka zones, but because I enjoy what I do, I will look for cars with you. Now let's go to the Nissan, because for me the Nissan story is the thing that we have to learn from. That's why in my title, I even say, and why I think Nissans disturb us. Now, we bought the Nissan on, was it 10th? On 10th. Now, remember I said most of the Nissans that I was asking about were 38 to 42 million. This Nissan was actually sold to the lady at 32.8 million shillings. She told me later. 32.8 million shillings. Yo! Some of you guys don't know the shortcuts. Me, I know all these things. I just want, yeah, I know the road is rough, but I've been doing this for how many years? I moved to my home in 2021. There's no shortcut in every day, and my cars are always in better shape than people that don't actually do these roads. So anyway, let's go back. We bought the car on 10th. Now, there was only one option at 30. When I went to the bond, the car was actually 33 million shillings, and we inspected the car, and it was in good shape. Everything checked out. No rust under the carriage. There was no leakage. Computer diagnosis was clean. You get. But I did tell the lady, like in the beginning, I asked the lady, why are you buying a Nissan Juke? And she said, I like it. I want it, and that was okay. I did, like I always warn anyone that buys a car that I'm thinking will disturb them. I always warn you. Okay, no, I did warn the person. Why wouldn't you? Of course, now there is no SUV or mini SUV at like 34 in Uganda. There is none. The only SUVs or mini SUVs that will cost you that much in that model would probably be the Nissan X-Trail, that Nissan Juke, and the Mitsubishi Outlander. And the Mitsubishi Outlander is not as sexy as the Juke, so the Mitsubishi Outlander doesn't. I tell you, Mitsubishi Outlander, the cheapest you can get will be 35. So I do. Arthur, how much can that Forester 2016 cost? The one, I don't know how much they bought it, guys. I don't know, and I skipped my mind to ask. But normally when someone doesn't tell me, normally how I know how much someone is buying is when they ask me, Arthur, in a Morocco, that's how I know. When someone doesn't disclose how much they're buying their car, I normally don't go into that. You get Paul Sema VIP. Good morning. So, Nissan, we buy the car on 10th. On the same day is the day we bought the Raum. Now, of course, now someone is going to say, Arthur, why are you sharing the reports later? If you say they're moving to being quarter, so I share as and when I have the report ready. Yeah. So we buy that car, and I still warn this person. I'm warning and I'm money. I tell you, we bought the car in a Basubuzi bond. You know those bonds that give you cars at all, or what we call wholesale price. You know those places. And I told her in a Morocco tujiguze todda nebo fuba akafuna mageti yingi ne ku batokorachi todda, you cannot come back. You get. And she says, but that's why you're inspecting. And I say, yes, I'm inspecting. But even with Toyotas and even with Subarus, sometimes things go wrong. But with Nissan, things might go wrong. I want you to mark my words. With Nissan, things might go wrong. And she says, but that's why you're inspecting. I say, yes, I am inspecting this car. At the time of inspection, everything can check out. But something can go wrong at any time. But the car was good. For you guys that have read my report, you realize that I have statements like it was surprisingly good in the price range. For the guys that have read my report, because the car was in good condition. According to the inspection that I do with all cars, the car was in really good condition. Now, so we do 10th. On 11th July at 11 p.m. and I think it was around 11:30, the lady texted me and she said, Arthur, what else did you say was wrong with the car? I have not, because I hadn't done the report yet, and the report was good. That's why I hadn't even, like, it wouldn't help her. The things that were wrong with that car, I told her. You get. I did. There are things I even forgot to include in the report because I wrote it late. You see that Nissan Juke had rear shocks were bad. So as soon as take a report, then ma so wano
the suspension yali ekubaganamu nga ne bw'onyunya steering bw'otyo okiwulira ne mugabo ojja kukolamu even the bukonokono and you'll be okay. And so at 11:30 p.m. on 11th, the lady calls me and says, Arthur, what else did you say that was wrong with the car? The car has stopped on the road. And I got into emergency mode and I texted her back and I said, what's wrong? She did not answer, so I called and she did not pick up. She did not answer the phone call. I called the second time, she did not answer the phone call, and I let it go. I thought maybe she has gotten help. So I think it was 11th or 12th. I have to check my messages, but it must have been 11th. So I think then she got help. And then 12th, she moved. Yeah, it was 11th. Then 12th July, she moved. And then I think on 12th July, the car brings an engine check. Okay? And when it brings the engine check on 12th in the evening, it was on the evening. I think she calls me. We talked briefly. I don't remember. Then yesterday she called me and says, Arthur, there's something wrong with the car. I want you to check it out. And normally when someone says there's something wrong with the car, I go back and ask, what did you do? Especially if it's a bond car. So I asked her, because she was with her dad. So I asked her, I need you to tell me what you guys did when we got the car from the bond. Did you do service? And when you did service, what else did you do? And she says, let me call my dad and get back to you. She calls the dad and calls me like 3 hours later and says, you know what? I've talked to him. There is nothing they did. They did not even do service. So she says, there is something that the guy wanted to do and my dad refused. I said, okay. And I asked, but did you guys do service? Did not do service. And I said, I'm going to come. Now, yesterday, I was a bit busy, but I did go. I think I drove like 14 kilometers to get to her. Why did I drive to get to her? I just went to see what exactly could be wrong with this car. What exactly could be wrong with this car? Because I wanted to do, it was like a research thing. So I drove. After we had a Nissan Juke owned by the company, but no one wanted to drive it out. Convinced the manager to sell it, but he refused until we yamwegezamu nga ali ku site inspection n'agitundirawo. So I drove to her workplace and I got to the car. Now guys, I'm going to try and tell you why I think Nissans are disturbing Ugandans. Okay? Why they are disturbing Ugandans. So I got to this car. Now, apparently when we got to the car, the first thing this lady did was go and make seat covers and make the car lady-like. And I'm sure she spent about 500,000 there. Kweganga umanye moruko jiko na maridadi. Maku, she did not do service. Oil mukadde. And I told her, kola service immediately. We move on. I even told her, mukwese oil 5W40. They did not do service. They did not. Guys, Nissans cannot be abused. You should not be abusing these cars. They did not do service. Remember, we got the car on 10th. So 11th, 12th. Now, I don't know what distances they did those 2 days, but they did not do service. Okay? So the oil was bad. And I looked at the car ngakati ono omukyala yagenze n'ateekamu seat cover n'akola maridadi ono yenna ekifo ky'okukola service in the beginning. So we got to the car, nga engine check kweri, I put the machine, nebika ebimiro, nebika wiring ngeinamu short circuit. Now the short circuit, if a car has a short circuit, it might work, but it will go on and off. And these are things that I've been telling you guys. Like if a car is like 50 million and you go buy it at 45, these small things are going to happen. Remember, we bought a Subaru Forester 2013 model. Top ya radiator. You remember I told you thermostat, it wasn't the thermostat. Radiator yali etonya. Na yemba subuzi. Waliwo ebintu byo ino okusuubira. And I tell people abagule moroka mbasubuze always emoroka eno juguze laisi naye tegikaweka milioni ka sente kakola kola obuntu obugwa butalaze. So it had a short circuit that we have to figure out. Now, when I went there, I was joking, like I joke with you guys when I like ogenda tuwaweka padiem kuba tuze. Padiem sibimanyi, padiem. So I told her, you know what? I advise that we have the car, we have seen what needs to be done, but we cannot do it at your office. We don't have tools here. Na ye tusobola okukola ki obikola. Eba yetaaga okujjako ekimiro bakirongoose bulungi. Okuli service. And now then a service yameka. Now that car takes 3.5 liters, but you can't buy 3.5 liters. You have to buy 4 liters and use the 3.5 liters. And she asks how much will it cost, and I say it will cost you about 270 to 300,000 because it's a Nissan. You want to get a Nissan oil filter, you get and 5W40 a liter is about 68,000 shillings. And she says, but I don't have that money. Can the service be done at 200,000 shillings? I say it can't, because service again mumoroka yenange gwenkola mu yange. So I tell her, you know what? Sorry guys, network to Jeko. Now I was saying that sometimes when I tell you guys the things that you need to do on your car, and they are probably more than what you expected. Like yesterday, we did some work for a gentleman. Nibamuteramu radio, nibamuteramu alarm, nibamuteramu tracker. Yeah, sente nizigwera alarm radio. What we've been doing, the money ended up at 1,200,000 shillings. Naga athangenda kwa yeso kungangenda kwa mitwalo 9. Ngasenga wangambye katujjemu ku bintu ebimu. Nze simanyi ku bargaining. For the people that I've worked with, I don't know how to bargain. Nemuga kati omanche tubatukola katujjemu ebintu ebimu. And some of you guys, if you didn't know, nze nteekamu alarm ya mitwalo 21 bw'ogigula ne tracker, ya mitwalo 25 bw'ogigula yokka. But waliyo abaana abateramu emitwalo 13 gye bali. Okitegera 13 nga bakuteramu alarm. So when we were negotiating with this gentleman, ndozanga araba sente zingenda kuzirya. Namuguziza radio emitwalo 35. Nangamba musalireko. Nempita omuntu gwe yabadde naye nemubuuza gwe radio wagigula mmeka? Oli naganda gigula 45. Nze ngeyange njimuguza 35. Yeba oli mukwano gwe bamuguza radio emitwalo 4 emeka? 5. Kati ngaluwa ebintu ebimwe nze simanyi kuzizika, simanyi kugatta sente mbintu. Okitegeera naye ngera byotagaseemu era omuntu awulira ayagala osaleko. You get. So anyway, so the Nissan Juke lady ngaalaba sente za service zingendo zeno, you know what, find any petrol station here as long as they give you the oil 5W40, you'll be safe. Nangamba tekati bino ebyokkanika. Now there are things, if I come and diagnose your car and I tell you things that, like, we are going to check the plugs, we are going to check the coils, we are going to wash the throttle, yeah, bana telamanyi mmotoka abavuga emmotoka ez'obugombe, ffe tumanyi emmotoka, ffe tebatuviira naye tuvuga ne tutatomera. So anyway, and she asked, how much do you think that's going to cost? And I told her, I don't know how much that's going to cost you, but we have to start. The thing that worries me a lot is the short circuit. And I told her, you keep driving that car, you might spoil more. You might oyinza okuwonona n'ebintu ebisingako awo bw'otaakola. Ne mugamba, first of all, get a wiring mechanic anoonye short circuit eyo weeri, then get a mechanic ayoze throttle. Now then the question was, Arthur, do you recommend a Nissan mechanic? Guys, I can't recommend a Nissan mechanic. Do you know why? The guys that fix Mercedes-Benzes, Volvos, bavuga Toyota. You want me to recommend you someone that can't drive the brand they fix? Do you know how many Mercedes-Benz mechanics bemanya abavuga Primo, abavuga Mark II Musota, abavuga 10 ngeze moroka za kanika naye nga yetasura jivuga. I don't know if you guys get. So you want me to recommend someone that doesn't believe in the brand they fix? Kuga ye brand ajikozesa. It's like the people, the teachers that never took their kids to the schools where they taught. When I was in primary school, trying to guy bali wamita same form yali HMW Kitebi. Nga omwana wa asomera wo Kitebi. Nga wa asomera. Like it gives you a certain kind of confidence in the school when the head teacher can bring their kid to that school. But if the head teacher, I have a friend of mine who is a head teacher, and his kids go to other schools. Like, how do you expect me to bring my kid to your school if your own kids don't go to your school? You get it? Like what was Nissan obuli cheap with Nissan Primera, Nissan Note, but makanika ba Nissan tebabuvuga. Bavuga Toyota. Ngate wali obu Nissan obutono. Makanika wa Mazda tavuga ya Mazda Demio. Omusanga avuga rawu new shape. And you're telling me that I recommend that mechanic. So I said I can't recommend a Nissan mechanic because I know what needs to be done with this car. I will work with a team that I know is competent to do what needs to be done. Then I can take accountability. I don't know if you guys get Mwabangamba after recommend a mechanic. I will be accountable for what that mechanic does if I am supervising them. I can be accountable for that. It also rugamba Arthur kanikawo yakoze kino nga namu supervising. If I don't supervise him, byonna byakola tebinkwatako. Wakubba bibyo bwayonona bibyo. I don't know. Simanyo bamutegeera. Ebibira bya mutibibira byange. So bwetuto ne tuvaayo. Emoroka ne tugireka. Ninga twagireseka akatala ka engine check nga tekavaako. Kubange moroka ina short circuit. Now of course someone is going to ask Arthur mwe mwake bila short circuit teyalimu. Emotoka bwebera nga yonga yo tebadde in let's say good shape. Oba bwebere moroka ngeri high risk. It's like how they tell you guys before you get married, go to the hospital and do checks. Check sickle cell, check hepatitis, check HIV. Because the risk of your children being basezi is high. That's the thing with Nissan. Those old Nissans, like I keep saying, guys, and I don't want you to think that Nzengba Nissan. Yes, I've told you time and again, there are some cars that need to be bought zero mileage. Nissan yetagagenda ali mu dealership n'ogijayo ya zero mileage. Eyo jajivuga emyaka 5 nga tekusumbuye. Ontegeera. But those cars are already high risk. Nti emoroka eri high risk. Like already mukazi watu emoroka obuntu obugisumbuwa butono. Naye already office bamugambye da you're going to buy expensive engine part C. Simanya biki nimuka engine teina buzibu. Bino ebintu ebisumbuwa emoroka eno bitono. Naye bw'otabikola the car is going to become hell for you. Katulaba kana akamoroka kakano ka Renault Clio okalabye kala iko already bagenda n'okukatema bano batema Nissan X-Trail zizo ziriwo nga musanvu you know oba Renault Duster Suzuki zizo waliwo yarengamba mbwa waliwo garage ya Suzuki ejo waliwo ita garage eyo si garage awo batemerawo. And those cars have a problem of overheating, and it might overheat. But kubanga if the short circuit eri mu motoka eyo bwinaaba nga tekoleddwa akamotoka ako bambi agenda konoona. Ate lwaki waze da Mathias. Mathias. If sorted nalokoka, other cars here they are comfortable. And guys, for you people that don't know Mutumba Pade is one of my first subscribers here. Pade had a car called a Honda Odyssey. Pade yaine moroka yita nange kavuge wanwe wano sigenda kwefula morokoli. Pade yaine moroka nga bagita Honda Odyssey. And by the way guys, turokoke Tata w'omukyalo ne yaguze Nissan Juke naye avuga Honda Odyssey padde. Padde. Tata w'omukyalo yaguze Nissan Juke avuga Honda Odyssey. Ng'eyo yennyini. Yennyini gyavuga. Say yo, but the same type. And me, I kept looking like, okay, daddy tannaba kubonerera kati tagamba muwala we nti ekimotoka kino kyogula kijja kutubonyaabonya. So for the guys that don't remember Paddy yayina emmoloka nga bagita Honda Odyssey. We did not do a video on it. At that time I had no crew, so it was quite hard for me to do those things. But Paddy had a Honda Odyssey eyali emaze mu garage ndoozi omwaka mulamba nga mechanic it kukaka. We worked on it neyaka netuuka steering ng'etonya steering ndooza ne bagikolamu gearbox neegaana. He got an when we worked on it netandika okutambula, we advised him that he should sell the car as it is since it was moving. Padde n'agaana ng'emmoloka ye agyagala. He went, got a gearbox mechanic, they worked on his car. Literally the car almost got better. And then Padde kyabula, what spare couldn't you find? There's a spare that he could not find. And no paka yewa is for the people that don't know. There are spares that he could not find, and that's when he decided that, you know what, Honda Odyssey eganye najivaako. I think Padde wamala nofuna ipsam Padde yangamba yali agenda funa ipsam, but that's the last time I figured I talked to him. So Padde, come and share your story here. Honda Odyssey lwaki wagivaako ng'ate yali etandise okutambula? Lwaki wagivaako? Lwaki wava ku Honda Odyssey? So anyway guys, Nissans are good cars. That's the thing I will tell you. But they're not good for us as Ugandans. Number one, you can mistreat a Toyota. You can even in a way mistreat a Subaru, but don't mistreat a Nissan. Okay? Don't be there. Like you see how this lady did. She did not service the car for 2 days. That's number one. Because if you service a car, there are things that they will see on the service bay. Gubyota kulaba. Kalabi bakaita batya? Kadibi. There are cars that should not be mistreated. Njagala muberenga mukimanyi twaliwe emmoloka ze talina ku mistreatinga. Toyota, you can buy a Toyota from the bond, not even service a week, and you will be okay. You cannot buy a Nissan from the bond, and instead of servicing, not take a maridad, and you think that it will give you peace. So I only receive phone calls when things are not working out. So since I did not receive a phone call from the lady, I am figuring the car moved properly. And I really wish that it doesn't disturb her, because nze emmoloka buli wesumbuwa omuntu nze mbasaakola mulimu gwa inspection. Naye waliwo emmoloka ezimu nga ne bw'ogi inspectinga ejja kumenya. Arthur, in the Nissan story, I haven't heard you that you advised a lady to buy a Toyota. Why? Because the lady wanted her Nissan Juke. So how do you advise someone that clearly tells you, I want this car? How? Like, how do you advise? I tell you, people don't know. I'm a charity about advising. When a lady wants what she wants, she will get it. Guys, which is faster? Is it faster if we go the main road, especially during the jam time? The fact is, with our Uganda, the only cars we can manage are Toyota. We can manage all the other cars, but they'll be very expensive. And because they're expensive, and I've been explaining this, because they're expensive, we take shortcuts. And they're not only expensive in terms of money, they're expensive in terms of resource, human resource, they're expensive in terms of the knowledge. Okitegera amagezi agakola emmoloka ebwe gaba tegaliiwo, se ebyuma ebikola emmoloka ebwe biba tebiriiwo, technology akola emmoloka ebwe aba taliiwo, emmoloka egenda kukumenya. Mujjukira night ampirwe gwe bamuwa Nissan hard body. You remember? Bamuwa Nissan hard body. At the convention last year she came ngagamba emmoloka emumenya. You remember? Yajja ngagamba emmoloka emumenya. Emmoloka ya bbeeyi. Era ne kwolwo yajja tekola bulungi. I'm just telling what tempted this lady to go for a Nissan Juke. Maybe she didn't take your advice. No, people that buy Nissan Juke are looking for cars that look beautiful but are cheap or too affordable. Those are the people that buy the Nissan Juke, Nissan X-Trail. Okitegeera ayagala motoka ya waggulu ng'erabika bulungi. Okitegeera teri motoka eri mu bbeeyi ya Nissan Juke eri mu shape ya Nissan Juke teriiyo. Era bw'ebeerayo ebyo ebikakako ebitategeerekeka. Okitegeera. So that's why she went for the Nissan Juke. Morning Chris Fitness. After working on it, then it had a gearbox problem. It stops in gear number 2. Nga Seguku to Kampala consumes 50k. Then they recommended me to a gearbox. Naima Manyaw. Pade. Ana akola amagaraji gago. Girabe garage bwe organized. Nero akubanze garage erimu emmotoka enfu nyingi naye maramu amaanyi. After so many ladies are ignorant, so that lady was and still is ignorant, and trust me, she will sell off that car at the end of the year. I really don't wish for her to sell the car she loves really. Ajita ka baby ke, my car baby. Akagala nnyo. Honda cars are as good as Toyotas. It's only the spares and mechanics. No, don't say it's only, Martin Sentongo. You don't say it's only. It's only. If a woman is beautiful, if a woman yakula bulungi naye nga mwenzi, ogamba muno omukazi mulungi naye just mwenzi, just can you say that? Ogamba bugambe mukazi kusobola mwenzi ng'omwesonyiwa. You don't give excuses for things. Honda cars are as good as, no, they are not as good as Toyota. The thing that makes Toyota good, guys, is that it's 360 degrees. It's a car you can manage. Ochitegere, even some of the hardest Toyotas nazo tuzoga ntubagamba togula Toyota Estima. Mama, Estima musebi toke byebigwa. Togula Toyota Duet. We be telling you the car togula Ipsa musimanya ipikiniki. We do tell you the cars that you should not buy even with Toyota. And we are not biased. It's just that the cars to not buy in Toyota are too little for us to disregard the fact that Toyota is actually a good car. The gearbox was highly priced, and they are telling me it may work or not. I'll never go Honda Odyssey. But you guys have to understand, there is a tweet I was reading. Someone was saying, but he knows a family where that family only has Mazdas in the compound. Guys, there are families that keep making the wrong decisions. Nenga, they make the wrong decisions because they have an image to protect. Tuvuga Mazda zokka. Tuvuga neba kusigala nga bakola decisions MB. Arthur, kindly tell me, why is a Kluger more cheaper than Mark X in the market? Is it? It's not. I would actually tell you that they are almost in the same price range. Kwa milioni 15 nonyeze Kluger nungi okutuka Mark X ye 15. It's not there. That's what you think. You think it's cheaper because you think the Kluger should be more expensive than what it is. Your resale value yayo. We should stop using things like cheaper. It's not cheaper. That's the resale value. That's the resale value of that car. But what can I say? One man's poison. Just bad luck. There is no, guys, me, I think there is a level of self-awareness I've reached. Sija government in the up there, but in a way I've stopped believing in bad luck. Like, a lot of times things happened to me and I started tracing back where I went wrong, where I made a mistake. If you start tracing your steps backwards, majority of the time when something bad happens to you and you trace back, you did something wrong at a certain point. Bad luck I think bad luck tugikozesa nnyo in because we don't want to explain. Me, I don't believe in mumotoka ate mote muli bad luck yadde. You make a bad decision ng'ogiraba nti mbi. Hello, Joan Jojo, how are you? Oli bulungi. Arthur, it's well known that Hondas are good. It is finances that are a challenge for you guys. Then they are not good for us. Kyenkugambye kyogamba mbu ogenda beera n'omukazi omwenzi olw'okuba alabika bulungi. It's the same thing. I also said even Nissans are good. You remember? Even Nissans katuyiteeke no mukatangalira. Even Nissans are very good cars. But they are problematic, so that makes them bad. So the Hondas are also problematic for us in Uganda. You get, just like how the Mazdas are going to be. So I went to do research on the Nissan. I realized Nissan is actually not that bad. The thing that happens with Nissan is you people buy Nissans and want to treat them like a Toyota. You can't treat a Nissan like a Toyota because everything, you see, Toyota is kuchamuka. Every mechanic knows what to do. A Nissan will overheat and even the Nissan mechanics will not know what to do. Ontegera, a Nissan will overheat. Even the Nissan mechanic will call another mechanic to call another mechanic so that they figure out what to do for your car. That's the thing that is happening with Nissans. They are good cars. Me, I actually realized the Nissans are just like Toyotas. The problems that disturb them are the same thing. Olaba kati Nissan iyo Juke eyo ka short circuit keina kasoro gireetire mmoroka yingi ni okufa kati yingi ni efa makanika natandika kunoonyeza walala. In Toyota ne bwe ntandikirawo ka spare nkafuna nenziza enayonoonya eki nenfuna kinanyonoonya nenki. Mu Nissan osobola okwonoona ekintu n'okinoonya ne kikubula because spare taliiwo. And that marks the difference. That marks the difference. So for me, I figured yesterday, obuzibu obwadde ku motoka yangambye yateekamu full tank y'amafuta. Guys, how do you put a full tank of fuel in a car you have not serviced? Priorities, guys. Priorities, guys. If you're buying a car, before you fuel that car, nga tonateekamu full tank sooka okole service. Tubeere bantu bali serious. Sooka oyiwe oilo wa yingini, oteekemu oilo omupya, filter gikyuse, oteekamu full tank y'amafuta. Like I was surprised. This lady put a full tank of fuel in the car, even made seat covers, daddy in the car, before servicing the car. Cut if the engine blows, the seat covers are going to help you to do what? Wanji? The full tank is going to help you to do what? Why are you saying congratulations to Arthur? Arthur, it's a well known that, okay, the most globally recognized car brands categories are by reliability, sales, luxury, Toyota, Volkswagen, and Honda. A lead global volume. Okay. You keep buying your Hondas. Arthur, EJ25 maintenance compared to FB. Buy the EJ25 any day. EJ25 any day. EJ25 is a Uganda engine. Never would you call it Chitaina Jiraga. Well, Hassan, good morning. Aloyo Joan Georgia agambye atya? Banange nga sijjukira ki. Someone is saying congratulations to Arthur. You're saying congratulations because I said bad luck semukidzamu over. Oh, Joan Jojo, I am okay, thank you. Honda cars are meant for a particular class of people, and unfortunately those are not most of you. Which class of people? A Honda is just a normal car. It's just that we don't have the spares. The Honda's biggest problems is the spares. Do you know why I know it's the spares? We got that Honda ya Paddy. I don't have the pictures anymore. Guys, sengamba bulira Honda ya Paddy bwe najijja. Honda ya Paddy twagijje uwe ngeringa kasasiro. We got it, ne tugikola, neyaka, netambula. Ontegeera. So I know that Hondas are normal cars. I know Nissans are normal cars. Ebitusumbwa mweze moroka bye bintu ebiri very basic. I think she was excited and forgot about the priorities. Knowing a car can make one excite. That's probably the truth. So for me, I find that Hondas are good cars. Toyotas are good cars. Yeah. Nissans are good cars. Mitsubishi. You see now these days I'm encouraging you people to buy the Mitsubishi Outlander. Very soon it's going to be, right now the Mitsubishi Outlander is the cheapest SUV I can recommend. Cheapest SUV I can recommend. 2012 model. These cars, Hebron abagambi avuga Mark. How do you rate a Kluger 2000? I've not driven it. I've driven the older Klugers, and it will all depend on what engine is in that car. Mulimu engine chi. What engine is in that car? Antukwe to rating gira. Kati olaba nga Fielder eya NZ. It's right now the Fielder with the NZ engine is better than what ukanuka engine. Akaitaka enara keka engine yaka akapia. We have not yet known how good that car engine is. We haven't, but we know the NZ is a very good engine. Katolaba eyo hari yeyo inamu Bajeta 5S bidibibidi. We know that engine is good. We know. Eyo drone iteko kweli mu 1KD. We know it's a good engine. Then eyo kaunde eri mabega eri mu 2AZ. We know it's a good engine. So it depends. That's why I told you, Arthur, it's ignorance. You know, most expensive thing in this world isn't gold, but it's ignorance. Arthur, 12 million, can I get old Fielder? And old Fielder, jama million kumi na mkaga. 16 million for the old model Fielder. And trust me, I don't know 16 or jadino nyereme kulabika. You count 16 million shillings, eh? You can be getting that old model Fielder. So guys, me, after what I saw yesterday, is the problem with Nissan, Honda, is people treat them like they are Toyotas. I think for some time someone is driving that car, they forget that they are driving a car that is supposed to be treated different. They forget that they're supposed to be treating it like it's a Nissan, like it's a Honda, like it's a Mercedes-Benz. They forget. Toyotas can handle mistreatment. They can handle missed services. Nissan will not. Ontegeera. Outlander consumes more fuel than Noah. It has a 2.4. It's an SUV. You can't compare an SUV to a van. A van was made for a different purpose. The SUV was also made for a different purpose. That's why I said the cheapest SUV I can recommend is the Mitsubishi Outlander now. And by next year, it will not be as cheap. Starting next year, you'll probably be getting it also at 50 something. My bro bought a car recently. After he decided to drive a car without a license, with an excuse of his workplace is 10 minutes from his house. So a few weeks ago, he got a minor accident and his tire, Malayo Jojo. Compare for me Toyota Auris 2012 to Fielder. I'd buy the Auris without even thinking. You're talking about new shape? I'd buy the Auris. The new shape of the Fielder is confusing. It's ugly. It's not ugly. It's beautiful. It's not. But the Auris is outright beautiful and sexy. I'd buy the Auris any day. But the Auris 2012 Auris is more expensive than the Fielder. It's 44, I think. Yet the Fielder 2012 is about 42. So the Fielder is for once cheaper than the Auris. But I'll take, if I had the money. Okay, I would not buy either of them. I'd be looking for something better. But if I had only two choices and that budget of like 45, I'd go for the Auris. I'd go for the Auris without even thinking. Guys, if you buy that Subaru in front of us, don't treat it like it's a Toyota. That's a Subaru. It's a special car. It's only Toyotas that are not special. Ontegera, it's only Toyotas that are not special. All the other cars are special. Once you don't treat them like they're special, you're going to suffer. She just didn't know what to do. But Zach, that lady had her father, and her father drives. You get, the problem is treating a Nissan. She knew, the dad knew, and they just ignored what was priority. Many people don't find it necessary to service a car that is still moving. My advice is every morning. And I don't know, young Ambi, she used to watch my videos, but the moment she bought the car, Athanam Sule Tali, ne Auris says no, it's the taxes. I think government here like a Jujako Musogwa million Gabi Munya. Katuwa ajigule million Gabi, the government area Kabi Munya. I don't know. Bagamba Musoro, it also doesn't make sense. Which take right? Kanoli, I know Kuriaka Magoba. Guys, any car that is not a Toyota. You guys have seen people, taxi guys were buying Nissan caravans. They were buying Nissan caravans of Uga taxi. Ngatevuga edo mwaka nefa. 1 year moroka ebe food Nissan caravan. Kubanga Nissan bw'ogigula olina girabirira baby. Kino kikigege bw'okigula osobola otakola service okumala emyezi nanga kikyatambula. Ne kifa yingi nino ogikwata n'ogisamu emiliyoni 3 neddawo. Okitegera Nissan oyinza n'ogisamu 3 n'egaana okuddawo. And I am one person. I have driven cars that are not Toyota before, but their cars I would not drive a Nissan. So sagala stress in the pressure yang eri nyamangu. Olabe moroka also you drive a car and it fails on the road and you start thinking you don't even know who to call. Like every mechanic you're going to be calling is going to come and do guesswork. That's the thing with those cars. And his tire burst, he incurred close to 3 million for repairs, and then he forgot to service the car as well. So this was excitement, and he forgot the priorities and regrets his actions, and he follows you too. He follows me, and he forgot. Guys, the moment you buy a car, that's why sometimes when we buy a car, yesterday we got a car from the bond, and immediately to against the service. Immediately. Priorities. Oyinokola priorities. Priority ya moroka yesoka kukola service ya yingini. Because without the engine irabe nabe nokola byabwerere. Ate tekamu oil omutuufu. Tekamu oil omutuufu mu yingini. Like I keep telling you, if your car is from the bond, yeah, and it's VVTI or newer technology, depending on what brand you have, and you also look at the service tag ejira ku moroka. Like for example, the Nissan Juke bali bagite tekamu 0W20. We need to upgrade because of that temperature to 5W40. If you put 15W30 over 15W20, engine ogikadiyiza mangu. So could you 5W40 itandika okumunywa, okay? Bwe itandika okumunywa olinyise. Bwe yongera n'enyoyo olinyise. You don't start with a heavier oil when you have just gotten the car from the bond. And I keep telling you guys that. I used to tell you guys about Subaru. You putting 0W20 in the engines, and I think you people those are never mechanic atebana chitegera that they are saying and a lot of Subaru engines blew because of that. A lot of them. I think you these days the are blowing as much as they used to. Why? Because you people are becoming more enlightened about what the figures on your oil mean. And it's a Subaru. We learn. I also did mistakes when I was growing up. Like I used to have accidents when I was just learning. When I got the very first time when I found an accident, I found out square. Nali in Salamu, I told you the story. No one ever in brushing. At that point, you would think it's bad luck, but I traced back my steps and I realized it wasn't bad luck. Naita wenyindo taxi yaliwo nenjitako. There's another accident I had wali ku Ntebe Road. Nga ku police wenyine nyina ku roofing. Nalinta de mipira ku moroka yange permitting ne ndabirwa munno tebakyankwata. I relax nenga kati bana police ngendo okuchuka nga ntomedde moroka. I learned to never relax when I'm driving. When you relax, when you relax, you lose touch with your driving. And I swore sigenda kuddamu kutomera. And every time I've gotten into a brushing, a scratching, or an accident, I traced back my steps and I figured out what did I do wrong, and I figured what I did wrong. That's why me I say emotoka zino tezirimu bad luck. Olaba every time someone calls me and they say, Arthur, my car is doing this, I say, what did you last do? Chichi wasema yukola kumoroka eyo. Then you tell me that you did nothing. If you did nothing, then I ask, what were you supposed to do? Because you see, doing something can spoil your car, but also not doing something can spoil your car. What's the great, eh? Like you see, yesterday we uploaded the video on the CVT, budget CV shaft. Huh? Do I even remember how that thing is called? That thing, Echiguru. Saturday video Echiguru. You see that shaft? If you don't change it when you should be changing it, chances are high that your car is going to stop. At a stopping, a stopping or parking angle, we say, because that thing helps you turn effectively while you're still getting power. And it has happened to me before. The reason why I don't buy the cheap things, the cheap shafts, the cheap driving shaft, is because I've bought a cheap driving shaft before. Era nali ku mulimu awo nga mpaka nga nzira mabega neewulula never nsindi kukunziza. So kati nze I try to buy the best quality. Era nze wetubateeka mu driving shaft makanika agitaddemu muwoni nga namwe ngenda ku sengegezaako neemeketa ngenda kutwala ku poliisi nkusibe. Not doing something is also something. Yeah, when you don't do something about something, chances are high you're also going to get problems. Like you see, in the Moroka Jemvuga hybrid, and I can tell you, you see the coolant pump. The coolant pump is supposed to be working 24/7 as long as the car is working. When the coolant pump dies, it doesn't warn you. The only time it kind of warns you is when. The only time the coolant pump kind of warns you. Guys, mbalageko Karina. Let me show you. Let me show you the Karina. Buspoti tebanda bute kamba na bavuka tebali serious. Let me show you the Karina. Karina ojirabye. Eri yesterday. Ino Karina. Karina ojirabye. Mumanje muri imfa. Zenja balaga. Karanjo kalabya akebbeyi. That is expensive paint. That is expensive paint. Emipira gyonna mipya gyalumye dda. Emoroka egenda ku detailing eyo Karina. Egenda ku detailing, bagikole detailing nga gwe bakola Starlet. Egenda ku detailing. Today they have to take it for wheel alignment. Then mukuru sekata agintwalire ku musajja wa detailing, bagi detailing by evening ejja kuba ekomyewo. So for the guys that saw the Karina when we had just got it, can you believe that's the same car? Kati neewulira nkole moro kati wali moro kegaana. And you see, before Sekatawa knew what he knows, bayina akamoro kyewabu ka town ace, mubutegera obu town ace, ne bakatunda nga kabasumbua. I talked to him a few days ago. Nemubuuza, knowing what you know about cars now, ka town ace eyo mwali gitunze nagate twali gitunze. 10 million, which year? If you're buying a Raum at 17, 18, forget about years. Buy a good Raum over 2004, over 2006. It's the same thing I was telling someone who is buying a car under 30 to 35 million shillings. Forget about the model. Buy a good Kauno. Guys, I have to say bye-bye to you. Thank you very much for being part of this broadcast. I have 45 minutes. What can you recommend with good consumption and maintenance? 45. Auris. It's one of those cars. Or just buy yourself a hybrid. Like a Prius. Unakwakati Prius zibalete ndakuzondabaza milioni nkaga sizitegeera. Milioni nkaga ngo ula Prius tugula mu kisiye kyale ekyensanvu. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for being part of the broadcast. I hope that when we share this morning, and for the guys whose stories I share here, I don't share those stories in bad spirit. I share these stories so that people learn. But I also share these stories for accountability. I share these stories for accountability. Even the way I share the inspection reports, they're in narration form. Why are they in narration form? They're in narration form so that now when you go you remember what actually happened there. You remember what happened there. Field, but also then the people will understand what happens when we're in the field, so that when they come to the field, then they will be surprised by the things that happen. Muyombia Martin Sentongo Lawrence or Mulezas David Klaji Chamba de Hannington VIP, Jones Info Opongu Solomon, Ijuka Blair VIP, Okecho Richard Okema, Mugenyi Simon Peter Nampija Julie, Kasibante Akiram, Mwanguzi David, Innocent Mugabi, Juma Ali, Pade Mutumba, Morad Keimomo VIP, Douglas Sironda, Ben Musafiri, Chairman Za, Karota Uganda, Nick Wabuyi, Shanko Gibbs, Basic Chris, Nampija Julien Kumaze. Basic Chris is a VIP, by the way. Sengoba Ibra, Lucky Mose, Major P, Mpanga Godfrey, Abingwa, Hebron Emmanuel, Alcam Timo, Funny Lifestyle VIP, Yusuf Minaj, Mokisa Emma Cafeiro, Obado Buzenyo, nyo. Lucky Mose, after you failed to convince that lady to not buy a Nissan Juke. Guys, omukazi ye muntu akyasinza okubeera omuzibu wo ku advisinga kyovulaba obubeera mu makaago ebiseera ebimu omukazi olina omukwasaamu omukono ogw'ekyuma n'omugaa kino bw'oba tokyagala fuluma. I'm telling you, nange ewange ebiseera ebimu nkozesa omukono ogw'ekyuma ne ngamba maama abani kino kyenjagala, bwe mba nze bbaawo ogenda kukola kino, bw'oba tosobola kukikola fuluma. Because abakazi ebiseera ebisinga tebaweebwa magezi bw'aba alina kyayagala aba akyagala. Kati bw'oba tolina the kind of power that says kyovulaba normally when I'm going to inspect for a lady, I ask her to come with a boyfriend oba a big brother oba someone she respects, because oyo bwana amugamba ajja muwulira. Nze akaseera ako mbeera mukozi, I'm an employee, I have been paid to advise, and my advice can be taken or not taken. Kati the lady yajja ne taata we, ngate ne taata we ali okay with the Nissan Juke. Kati ne mama we naye najjaga ne mami ali okay with the Nissan Juke. Kati mami ne daddy we abali okay with the Nissan Juke. Gwe Arthur, where do you get the authority to tell this person yakulese kumukeberera mu motoka otandika otyo kumugamba nti madamu emmotoka gy'ompisa okukebera togigula? Kati awo ndali badde nkola kuzza muntu gwazze naye bali mugambe nti owaayi emmotoka eno ngandaba naye ate ne daddy avuga Honda Odyssey pade yagidduka. Ricky Chikawa VIP, Paul Zema VIP, Karota Uganda, Sally James, Mugenyi Simon Peter, Kejo Van VIP, Dr. Kambesi VIP, Agaba Godwin, Martin Sentongo, Kato Muhammad VIP, Agaba Godwin, Alcam Timo, King Daniel VIP, Serunjoji Mathias, Mwanguzi David, Primo Sajirabi, Ivan Namanda VIP, Chiria Moses, Mukisa Nkumaze Douglas Sironda, Mbamazi Mdaika Mbamazi, Ruburo Chris Fitness, Sally James, Abari Mukamori, I don't take you for granted. Aloyo Joe and Jojo, welcome back. Wambirigwe Hassan. Oyo Wambirigwe Hassan Mumuraba. Oyo, I have inspected 2 cars for him. He has recommended me. Oh, simanyi na kumanya. Abingwa Hebron, Mbamazeyo, Jaden Carson, Nkalubo Hashima Kampa Alan, Joseph Trina, Freeman, Sibamazeyo mlowooza. But I don't want to end like the other plumber who bought a car. Tofa, you can kubide kati Matthias. Arthur, is Musawo coming on our conversion? Yes, she will come. I know. Kambalete de Musawo wa Amasa agenda baleta abasajja mu convention. Omusawo wa Amaso ali ku pano. Dasha teyazze ne starch tazze. Starch ate ko kubali mukamoli atekwese. Sometimes you need an iron hand with the ladies, that's true. But GDI is not easy. My mzee suffered with one, bought a lot of things in the engine, fixed a lot but failed. A number of mechanics came, got church prayers, kumbe it was fuel pump. Hey, what we morokezim? Other I want to see you about Musawo's number. Amazima ga Katonda Isaac, sina number ya Musawo. A number ya Musawo omuntu ali mu office wali yagirina. Ali mu office ya ine number ya Musawo. Ate bandagira ne wakolera. Naye mi nze ni musajja mulokole. Nze ni musajja mulokole nnyo. So anyway guys, Tarimo Godfrey, yes. Abali Mukamoli, I don't take it for granted. I wish you a very lovely day. Katulaba watuwatire episode endala olwaleero. Nabagambye ngenda bawa back to back. Arthur, the host and the babe and convention. Guys, I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow. 29th August is the Love for Cars convention. Tickets will be on sale very soon at 30,000 shillings. No food involved. May the good Lord bless you. Ciao.